In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to change the transmission drive belt on this Husqvarna 46-inch Zero Turn. This is a very easy job you can do yourself at home and save yourself some money. Now, I'm going to be using minimal tools in this video, so no impacts or anything like that. However, it would be helpful if you have a set of car ramps or something like that to get the back of the mower up and give yourself a little bit more room. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in. So we need to get our electric clutch out of the way to get to our drive belt up above it. So what you want to do is grab the belt and kind of pull it down as you're rotating the engine. Being careful not to let your fingers get pinched in there in the pulley, because it will smart really bad, and just keep turning it and that belt will come right off. Now follow the electric up to this plug right here next to the engine and look for any wire ties that might be there, and go ahead and cut those wire ties. Now this plug comes right apart. Just squeeze it and pull it apart just like so, and come back down to the clutch, cut any wire ties that might be there, and pull the electric out the rest of the way. Alright, so we still got to get this bolt out right here. Now the engineers thought it was a good idea to put this bar right directly underneath that bolt and put it as much in the way as they possibly could. Even if you use a short breaker bar and socket, it's still in the way and the bolt won't come out anyway. So we got to take that bar out of there, but we'll do that in a minute. As you can see, the engine is turning when you grab it like this. So what you have to do, we're not using any impacts, this is just basic tools, is take the top of the motor off, and that way you can access this nut right here and grab this nut with a 1 1/4 inch socket and then hold it with a breaker bar. Now, a lot of people ask me, are these things right-hand thread or left-hand thread? Well, what I can tell you is I've never seen one that's left-hand thread. Every one I've ever seen is standard thread where it's counterclockwise to remove. So just hold that breaker bar on the top of the engine and break that loose on the bottom, and that's all you really have to do. Okay? Now most of the time the factory will put Loctite on these bolts, so they seem like they're coming out really hard, but it's because of the Loctite. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this bar out of here. So kind of pinch a pair of vice grips on there to hold it from turning, and we got two 9/16 bolts on each side that we're just going to work loose right here. Very simple to knock this out of the way. Luckily, they didn't make it too difficult to remove that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take both of those out. And keep in mind right here we have two washers, and these washers act as spacers. So don't lose those washers, because you're going to have to put those back. Alright, so we'll just remove that last bolt, and then this puppy will come right out of there. Now we can finish taking out that bolt. Alright, just work that puppy loose and get that bolt out of there. Okay? Alright, so these things usually just come right off once you get the bolt out. I'm pulling down on this thing and doing all kinds of stuff. But what we're going to have to do is give it a little supply and give it some assistance here. Now I'm tapping on it with a hammer, as you can see, and it is moving down a little bit, but it's being very stubborn. So I pushed it back up and I'm moving it down a little bit more. 30 minutes later. Alright, so what a struggle that turned out to be. I haven't had one that acted like that for quite some time. It really gave me a fit. What I wound up doing was taking this pry bar right here, and I wedged it in there so that I could wedge it between the two pulleys, careful not to bend that upper pulley, and I used it to hold some down pressure on my clutch, while at the same time I hit it with a hammer, and that was how I was able to get it to move down. Then I used the bolt to pull it back up, and I sprayed a little bit of PB blaster in there, just a little bit, and I was able to get that to move down and up and down and up, and I worked it back and forth probably about 10 times or so. It took me at least a good half an hour, okay? Usually you just take the bolt out and those things literally just fall off on the floor and you have to catch them, but not this one. Alright, so the only thing holding our belt in at this point is this idler right here. What you need to do is go up on the top side and grab that spring with a pair of vice grips and pull it and remove that spring off of the top of that pulley and just set that spring aside. Then after you do that, push that pulley out of the way, because the tension is relieved now, and unthread that belt from where it's at. Go on the top side of each transmission right there and just remove the belt from there. There's no belt guards anywhere, so that actually does help where you don't have to try to struggle with that. So just go ahead and do the other side, and once you get that out, the belt will be free. All right, now as you can see here, this old belt is actually not in very good condition. If you're finding any value in this video, please click that like button below and subscribe to this channel. I come out with videos like this as often as I can. Okay, so back to the video. All right, so here's the part number for this belt that goes to this mower. You'll want to make sure and double check your model number and make sure you get the right part number for your machine. All right, so let me go ahead and show you the path that this belt is going to take, the pattern. What we're going to do is just do everything in reverse. We're going to take that belt and put it on top of each pulley that's on top of each transmission, and make sure that it's on the pulley and not the fan. And then once you get that done, you can see it's coming straight across the back right here, and then it's going to come up to the motor. So you'll want to kind of hold it with one hand and hold tension on the belt while you grab that belt and pull it down like that. You want to hold tension on it because the belt will come loose and get off the pulley and get hung up in those fans on top of the transmission. All right, once you get it all threaded on there, just go ahead and move the idler over and go up on the top side and put the spring back. All right, so we're almost done, but what I want to do before I put the clutch back is go ahead and sand this a little bit. As much trouble as that clutch was to get off of there, I want to clean the end of that crankshaft. And make sure that when you put your clutch back, you take the keyway that's right here in the crankshaft and line that up with the keyway that's in the clutch. Also, this little slot right here, let me turn it so you can see it, right here, has to line up with that piece coming out of the frame right there. Now don't forget to put this spacer back right here. Now go ahead and get that started carefully, and just make sure you don't drop it because it's kind of on the heavy side, especially if your toe's down there. And I got it lined up right there, so I'm going to hold it with one hand. Now I did put some blue Loctite on that bolt to simulate what the factory had, and we're going to go ahead and tighten that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit on this one, and we're going to use the impact. But if you don't have an impact, you can go back with the same thing that I showed you earlier. Now while you got this thing apart, it's a good idea to go ahead and check out your deck. You'll want to kind of grab your pulleys right there and shake them up and down, and then give them a spin and see if the bearings sound like the bearings are worn out, and these are. I checked the other side and it's just as bad as that one. Now go ahead and check out your idlers. This one here is horrifying. It needs a new idler, but we're not going to fix that right this minute. I'm going to fix that later. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and put the belt back. So go ahead and grab this and do kind of the opposite that you did before and put it up there, making sure you don't pinch your finger in there, and rotate the engine backwards in the direction I'm going anyway, and that belt will go right back on. Very simple. The only thing we have to do now is hook the electric back up and put some wire ties down, and then put that bar back that went across the transmission.